a strong black out lesbian, proud of it.
Spirituality, culture, and being gay were very important to me.
For me, it's being a mom, and then being Latina, and then being a lesbian.
I'd say for me, it's like the sum of my cultural experiences.
Okay.
So as much as it is, growing up in a Mexican home, very kind of first generation immigrant Mexican home.
Okay.
Also just, the universities that I studied at and the cities that I've lived in.
But during high school, I was afraid to identify as lesbian for part of the reason that she was saying, like, I would look at other lesbians and I was like, but I'm not like those girls. I didn't have any role models to look at.
It could be two films are not respected as much as maybe a film in a still.
I came from a background with they're very Catholic and they're very, very conservative. So to come out to their family is really hard because you think about it, how are they gonna react? They have this perspective for a gay person, somebody who's cross-dressing or.
My mom's side has always told me, like, if you are, we'll still love you, but like as far as my dad's side, it's kind of a lot more harder. He's a lot more strict about it. So when I go home, I pretty much have to like wear girls' clothes. I mean, it's appropriate, is what they say.
I was very fortunate because I had a loving family that said, "So what?" and they meant it. I understand that I'm very, very fortunate that way.
I was playing with my cousin once and we were playing wrestling, and that's all we were doing. And my uncle saw us wrestling, like playing wrestling, and he picked him up and hit him across the face and told him that if he ever saw him wrestling with me again, that he'd rather kill him than for him to be a faggot like me.
With my family, anyway, when you're gay, they have this view that you're probably less than a man.
It's harder in the black community because, just like I said, who do you go to talk about it? The church is supposed to be my extended family. I can't go in there because they already told me I'm an abomination to God. So then I can't go to my parents because they believe in everything the church is saying. So how am I going to come out to you?
If you're white and gay, that's the problem is that you're gay. But if you're like a minority and gay, it's like you have two things against you. You're just like completely in the wrong.
My experience with Hispanic women, they'll let you know real quick. If it's like, ooh, you're gay, ooh, I don't want that near me. They may not say something to me, but by their actions, I'll know it. White people aren't like that. My experience. White people will be, oh, wow, that's great. Wow, I have a gay sister. And I love queer as folk.
In America, the gay culture is often typified by like white successful males, and that's like America's version of a gay.
They don't have any gay spots on anything else. They don't have it on Channel 4 or Channel 7, but only
like
in that
national,
segregated back, the one where nobody's looking on Logo. On Logo, they'll have gay commercials.
The reason these companies don't come out other than Pride is because they're risking advertising time, money, or thinking of losing their audience. So if the company's willing to take that risk, then I'm willing to risk being a customer to that company.
Gay people are comfortable on IKEA because it's very in your face. Hey, we welcome gay people. It's cool,
We're doctors, we're lawyers, pediatricians, we're teachers, we're interior decorators, and we're hairstylists as well. We do it all.
Everybody wants to put me in a box.
Okay.
And everybody kind of wants me to conform to the idea that they have in their head about me.
I remember as a child somebody saying that homosexuality was a white man's disease. I believe I heard that in church.
It's better for me to be a mass murderer, a bank robber, or a perpetual liar than to be gay, because according to the church, you can't change gay. I'm going straight to hell.
Being gay is like the worst thing, and it's like they've embraced a religion that was given to them, and they hold on to it, and subsequently, like, the tighter they hold on to it, the more they embrace the hatred.
I still have all the beliefs that I was raised with. Predominantly, I have my faith, but it's like what you're talking about. There's a lot of teachings in the Catholic Church that are against so much of what I am.
The preacher actually told the crowd, if you are homosexual, then you need to get up and leave right now.
I never believed in gay churches. I believe that's segregating ourselves. I'm going to go and praise God and be accepted in the same place you are. So I go to a Christian church and I dress like this, and they love me.
outside of the gay community, they don't think that gay people can raise a successful child.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's another big stereotype.
Being gay, we're having sex with anybody or whoever that we want, so that's what they think.
A lot of men that hit on me. And then when I tell them, they're like, you can't be serious. You mean you're bi, right?
It just seems like when you're in this lifestyle, you have to have a thick skin. You know what I mean? Because you're going to get ridiculed by so many different people for who you are.
I like it when somebody calls me a faggot. I really do love it. I actually get a kick out of it. The energy you're using to hate me, I'm taking from you, and I'm using it to better myself.
I'm driving down Wilshire Boulevard to work, right? Wearing a suit, in my nice little car, and this guy through Beverly Hills got pissed off at me, and every other word for about 5 minutes as we drove down was nigger. That's hurtful. That's a painful thing to live through. It's a painful, no matter what you do, they're always going to see the color of your skin. So maybe that's why when you're gay, you try to hide it, because nobody can tell if you're gay, unless you're really effeminate. So you spend your life trying not to be that.
If you're a very feminine, acting black gay man, you're going to have a problem.
If you were passing by some young white guys, you might still keep your same walk or whatever. But if you were passing by some young black guys, just to avoid the name calling or whatever you had to, avoid, you'd switch your personality a little bit.
That's why the DL man was created in the black community. Not to say that the DL man doesn't exist in other cultures, because he does.
I know women that are married to husbands that can't stand to sleep with them, can't stand on the bottom.
There are women who are married, they can't tell their husbands, their boyfriends. It's discreet. They want to stay discreet about it. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be outright connected to it.